Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. October 5th, today, Saturday morning. Right next to me, we have a young up-and-comer making his MMA debut. Let's introduce him to all the MMA fight fans out there in the Bay Area. Jorge Lara Ruiz. Now, you are only what, 19?
Yeah, I'm 19.
19 years of a young age. Now, Jorge, let's introduce you to all the fight fans. Where you born and raised? What got you into martial art?
I was born and raised in Nevada. Got me into martial arts was just over COVID. Me and my friends would just fight, and we just found it fun. Then we went to a gym, and we got a little better. Took it a little bit more serious, and that's pretty much what sparked everything. Started everything.
Now you start off doing your jiu-jitsu in North Bay, and I remember you used to have a couple guys that train with you all the time. They always come to the tournament.
Yeah,
That's pretty good. Are those guys still training with you?
yeah. We're like a little pack. We always stay together, of course.
That
all the
little
time.
packs, man. Everybody got that rubber guard. I'm like, I love those little pack. Those are the future a grappling champion right there. And in fact, two of the guys who compete on my last tournament, it's a homeboy of yours, something Miller.
Jacob Miller and
Ryan Miller. So just stay tuned, Jacob and Ryan, because our next grappling event, super fight only pro league, it's gonna be in Stockton, downtown Stockton. We're building a studio over there. Brought a brand new 22-foot round cage just for grappling with the lighting, smoke, walked out the whole 9 yards. So stay tuned. We're gonna have a news announced on my Instagram as well. Now, what made you want to step into the cage?
I think it's just time. I've done a little bit of everything. We've done a little bit of competitions here and then. It's time. I've just been putting in that work, been waking up in the morning, running, just training hard, just, putting everything together finally. So it's time.
That's pretty awesome. Now, this upcoming fight, you're making your real legitimate MMA debut as an amateur fighter, 135 pounds. What do you walk around weight?
I walk around on like 140, 144.
Not much weight to cut.
Yeah, not that much weight to cut.
Do you ever think about in the future, like if you do keep fighting, going down to 125?
Yeah, I'll fight from 125 to 135. My original opponent, we were supposed to fight at 130. I'll fight from 125 to 135 any day of the week.
That's pretty awesome. Now, what do you know about your opponent? I know you're coming off fighting a guy that is 0-2, Juan Gutierrez Rivera, that is 0-2. More like a stand-up guy. Have you watching his fight?
Yeah, I watched, I think, his first fight. I saw that he's just kind of like a stand-up guy. Like, he throws a little bit, and I'm always down for that. I'm down to throw a little bit.
Coming from a jiu-jitsu background, do you think this fight you might end up taking him down?
A fight's a fight. I'm just gonna, whatever happens. I'm just there to scrap. Once we get in there, whatever happens.
Now, how tall are you exactly?
I'm like, doctor said I was 5'9", so I'm 5'9", so I'm
5'9". Doctor say he's 5'9", so yeah, on a good day at 5'10", or
yeah, a good day like 5'10",
a bad day is 5'9".
5'9", yeah.
Yes. Hey, time to time I always say that to a lot of fighters. I'm just very happy to doing what I do in my position, get to meet so many different type of fighters that over the last 2 decades. And I see a lot of fighters that I interview, fought on my show as amateur, end up being UFC, Bellator, one championship. So I always exciting to see like this interview now, we're making a little history. 5 years, 8 years, and then next thing you know, you might become something much bigger and still in the same business. Then I'll be telling people like, when he was making an amateur debut, I was doing an interview with him. He was 19, and the next thing you know, you'll be in the UFC. Like many fighters that fought on my show for the last 17 years that end up in the big stage, and then I always blessing to be part of a lot of different fighters' journey. So I'm hoping, watching a young man like you, I can't really predict what your future is, but definitely it's going to be exciting for me to even watching how far you're going to go and what you're going to be achieved in the future. So now when you're watching your opponent Juan Gutierrez fight, what do you see yourself have an advantage on him?
I think my main advantage would just be cardio. I don't know. I think I train really hard every day. I put in that work every day. Monday through Sunday, I'm training every day. rarely a day that I take off. If I'm not feeling good, I'll still push through and I'll still train. So
Now, do you have a job, go to school, or any of that?
I go to school online. I'm getting my degree in social and behavioral science. Yeah, but I just train. You know, I go to school online, train.
What's your goal in fighting? Like, what's your goal in fighting?
I'm gonna make it to the UFC one day.
There we go. That's it. That's what's up. You know, I like to see it like that. That's a good ambition. And you know, I think you have everything in your side, all the advantage you got. The number one important thing is your age. You know, so a lot of people start fighting kind of a late 20s and they want to make it to UFC, but they don't realize it's not like a 1 or 2 year process. It's a long journey, you know, and of course it depends. You know, some people, they start doing jiu-jitsu wrestling 7 or 8 years old, you know, by the time they get to teenager, they're already like a one step ahead. But like for normal people chase the UFC dream that you start in like a mid-teenager age, it's a long journey, you know. It's not gonna be like a year or two. I'm talking about like a minimum 5 years, if that. You know, that's on somebody have very good dedication, putting a lot of effort into the training. I'm still talking about minimum 5 years. So it's a long journey, but 19 years old, you definitely have a advantage. And especially now, like some of the guys don't know, you know, like in the Contender Series, for example, they trying to cut off people that a little bit over 32. That's like the last age cut off. And people don't even try to sign you into the Contender if you are 31, 32, unless you have a special, unique background, as an Olympic wrestler or ADCC grappler or something. Normal people, they want to get in the 20s, you know. So you definitely have that advantage, you know. So now, if people want to get a hold of you, Jorge, to buy ticket watching you fight, how can people contact you?
On Instagram, Jorge Jorge Lara Ruiz LARARUIZ.
Any special loved one, training partners, coaches, supporters that you want to shout out to?
Shout out to people down at North Bay, Trifon, Chris, Paulo. Shout out to RTC. Shout out to Gabe. Gabe's a great coach. You know, pushes me to train hard. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my girlfriend. Just everyone that, you know, is there for me on a day-to-day and just pushes me to train hard.
Is the Miller brother is gonna come watching you fight?
Of course, everyone's gonna be there. Everyone's gonna be there, of course.
Now, do you have a brother or sisters?
I have 4 sisters. I mean, I have 2 sisters and 1 older brother.
So you got a sibling of 3.
Yeah.
Now, you born and raised in North Bay?
Novato, California. It's like a 25-30 minute drive from Santa Rosa.
Now, do you have a job?
No.
So you're a full-time fighter.
I'm telling you, Doc, I should be training. I train hard, and that's all I be doing. I should be training.
That's pretty good. I love those full-time fighters, man. You really take this like a lot more serious. And you know, some of those young MMA fighters that, especially on the amateur, you know, some people, they have to pay rent, they have to go to work, so they kind of train whatever they have time. Versus guys like you, this is all you want. You go 100% all in. Definitely going to become, it shows on the night of the fight, you know, when people doing it all in or people doing it like a hobby. So I can't wait to watching this young man making his MMA debut. Don't know what he's going to do, but definitely you don't want to keep your eyes on this kid and don't sleep on him, you know. Now, if your opponent Juan Gutierrez watching this interview, what do you have to say to Juan?
Make it there healthy and let's scrap, dude. Let's have a good fight.
How do you think the fight's gonna end?
You know, if God willing, everything goes right, you already know I'm gonna put him out.
Like a knockdown or submission?
Knockout.
Knockout. On the feet.
Of course.
Ah, shit. That's pretty awesome. Now, for more information, making sure you guys check out DragonHouseMMA.com for this upcoming fight card layout. Huge stack card, over 20-some fights. So don't miss it out. Door opens at 3 p.m. First fight kicks off at 4. I believe his fight is number 4 or number 5. So stay tuned. Huge stack card. And we also have female fights on this card. So all the fight fans always message me on Instagram like, when you guys have a female fight. We finally have a female fight. 2 girls going to scrap. So all the fight fans, get your tickets directly from the fighter so they can get a little credit for it. Order your pay-per-view voucher from DragonHouseMMA.com. And please subscribe my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. And that's it. And then any last word to share with all the MMA fight fans out there?
No.
Who's your favorite UFC fighter?
I really like I like Nick Diaz a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You like to fight like him?
No, not like him, but I like his mentality. You know.
Okay.
He's got a good mentality.
Well, he get into street fight more than in the cage fight, though. That's good. And I think the older brother, Nick, is going back to UFC.
Yeah.
They have a fight lined up. Do you know who's fighting?
He's fighting, I think, Vicente Luque.
Oh shoot, it's gonna be a good one. You know, yeah, that's the MMA vet. You know, time to time, Nick and Nate, they come to our event before. So looking forward to see him fight again. You know, that's pretty awesome. We'll see you guys November 9th. I'm signing out. Zhong Lo. Thank you. Woo!